I basically have been working with the entirety of the Johto trio since I figured after I did Feraligatr and Meganium, I might as well do something with, I was going to say Cynical, but Typhlosion here. So Typhlosion unfortunately does not have a Mega, but he does have a Hisuian form, and Hisuian Typhlosion, which doesn't really give him a lot. It makes him a tiny bit slower than the normal Typhlosion in exchange for a little bit higher special attack and also getting the ghost typing. So what I've done is I have a leading core here with the Whimsicott and the I have so much trouble remembering these Pokemon's names because I keep thinking of their nicknames. With the Whimsicott and the Heliolisk combining with the Hisuian Typhlosion, because of the fact that the Whimsicott can actually set up Sunny Day and or Tailwind. Tailwind doesn't really matter because I have Choice Scarf on Typhlosion, because it's basically just going to go and spam Eruption, but I have the Sunny Day to go ahead and try and power that up, as well as Taunt to try and maybe mess up any leads that opponent has. This is of course in singles. The Heliolisk and the Typhlosion actually work pretty well typing wise because of the fact that Typhlosion is weak to water. This Heliolisk has dry skin, so it can actually heal from the water, which kind of hurts if I have Sunny Day because then it takes damage from the sun. But Typhlosion is also weak to Ghost. Heliolisk is a normal type, can't be hit by Ghost type attacks, while also Heliolisk is weak to fire because of the dry skin, but also weak to fighting types, which Typhlosion resists fire, but also cannot be hit by fighting type moves. So they have a nice little type synergy there. To round out the rest of the team, in case this core doesn't work out, we have a Rotom Wash, just because it's like Rotom Wash. It's just that it might be good in certain situations, especially if I don't think I can set up like the Sun, or just Heartloop doesn't seem as good. Then I have just the Mamoswine and the Conkeldurr that are just there. I literally have never gone into them at all, but yeah, let's get into some games, see how this goes. So looking at this, Corviknight has been the bane of my existence lately in singles here, but with Typhlosion it's really not that big of a deal, especially since I have the Heliolisk as well. Both of those can take that thing out. In terms of a lead here, Garchomp has been a lead more often than not. I've also seen the Ghost Dragon lead quite a couple of times. Might be looking something like Garchomp, Corviknight, Azumarill, maybe. So I think we'll just go with the core that I was talking about here. I don't think Rotom Wash is particularly good into anything here except for the Azumarill and also the to be honest, Azumarill does give me a lot of issues, but the Corviknight, because unfortunately I might end up having to add Solar Beam onto the Heliolisk. But what am I talking about? I can just use an electric move. Never mind, we're good. Azumarill is unfortunately going to get cooked. As much as it is one of my, top 5, top 10, top 3, I don't even know, favorite Pokemon, but alright. Let's see what this Mimikyu Enjoyer is going to start off with. See if I got the read right. It's actually going to be the Azumarill here. So they could possibly be trying to do Belly Drum. I'm not in Master Ball rank yet, but I assume that maybe it's going to be like a Belly Drum Aqua Jet or something like that. So let's go ahead and hit him with a Taunt. I've been using Encore for the longest time for the same sort of purpose, to just sort of lock my opponent out from doing, or well, the opposite purpose, I guess, to lock them into using moves like Dragon Dance, Belly Drum, whatever, so then I can switch out and go into one of my other Pokemon, right? But that hasn't been really working out the best, unfortunately. This sucks. This is what I kind of expected to happen. They're gonna hit me with the Aqua Jet here, but I think the Sunny Day still comes first, right? Even after the priority, so I might even be able to live it. I'm really lucky, but I highly doubt that. I actually do live it, but they kill me with another one here, which is a bit unfortunate here. I can't actually outspeed this thing, so I can just set up a Tailwind, I guess, because it's just gonna mash Aqua Jet again. I'm gonna lose a turn of Sun, but we'll set up a Tailwind here just to have that in the back. Not that it necessarily matters, but I can very easily just switch into well, no, I cannot. I cannot. I was gonna switch. I was gonna say I can switch into Typhlosion here, just use Eruption, but it's just gonna use the Aqua Jet to take me down, or at least lower my attack, or my HP, which would then lower my attack, right? So let's go ahead and see if we can do a switch here with the Volt switch. Go into Typhlosion, have that set up so I don't waste turns of Sun. And then I am Choice Scarf just to make sure that I outspeed everything, but there's just also not really any other good moves that you can really give in this format, right? Since I'm using Tailwind, you'd think I'd be able to use like Choice Specs. That actually would work out really well for a lot of damage with the Sun and everything, but I just don't really have that option right now, so we'll see. This season is ending pretty soon. It's ending in 20 days as me recording this, so we'll have to see what that ends up looking like. So this thing is going to obliterate me and the rest of the squad, unfortunately. Which sucks so much. Yeah, the Solar Beam would have been really good here on either or, actually. Typhlosion can actually learn Solar Beam, so it actually would have worked. I don't think this will actually do a lot of damage, but presumably an Earthquake is going to come in, which is just going to kill Heliolisk. So I have to just throw out the Eruption here, do as much damage as possible, and then hope Heliolisk can finish it off with like a Hyper Voice. Oh, it actually did survive. It's probably sashed. Unfortunate. Oh, I hit a crit. Okay, that's why it did so much damage. Yeah, so it is going to be able to survive, unfortunately, with the sash. I do manage to knock it down, but it actually goes for the Sword Stance, I guess, assuming me to switch, which, you know, would have been silly considering that I'll just die, right? So no matter what, I switch into. So we got really lucky there that they got greedy with the Sword Dance. So we got to go for the Eruption here, which cleans it up. And now we still have full health. The Sun is going to fade away, unfortunately, as is the Tailwind. So we're going to lose access to that. But all they've got left in the back here is this Venusaur, which presumably I should outspeed with the Choice Scarf, even if they Mega Evolve. Unfortunately, they do get the Thick Fat on Mega Evolution, which we'll have to see if this Eruption go through it. Maybe with the Sun, I could have gone through it, but without the Sun, I don't think I can actually cut through Venusaur. Yeah, that barely did. More than half here. And I don't know what they're going to do to take me out. Oh, they got the Earth Power. Okay, hopefully that takes me out. No, I'm going to have to use a pathetic Eruption here. Okay, that's fine. We'll do a little bit of damage, and hopefully that's enough for... It's probably only going to do like 20%. Hopefully that is enough for Heliolisk to just come in with a Hyper Voice here and clear this up. Yeah, barely 20%. And they're going to use another Earth Power here. No, they're going to use the Synthesis. Ah, that is unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate here. Alright. There's no way they go for Synthesis again here, right? So I feel like at this point they should know that I'm Scarfed. So yeah, the Synthesis does make sense there. Unfortunately, the Earth Power is going to end up finishing off Typhlosion. And I just have to pray that somehow Hyper Voice crits or something of that nature here. I have the Dark Glasses to, I forget what Pokemon, because the Dark Pulse kills, I think it's the Gengar, right? I think it's Gengar that it kills, which is why I gave it the Dark Glasses, but I kind of wish I had this Choice Scarf here. I could try and go for a Flinch, because like I really honestly don't think a Hyper Voice kills from this range. So my best bet might be to just go for the Flinch here. And the fact that it's boosted also with the Dark Glasses and hope that that works. They're both neutral. This just has Stab, but this is 90 to 80. So I feel like no matter what, this does more. It's just this. If I get, well, whatever. We'll gamble for the Flinch, see what happens here. Come on, Flinch. Come on, Flinch. Come on, Flinch. Yeah! Oh gosh, okay, I feel like maybe a Hyper Voice kills from here, but either way, I don't think I can roll for another Flinch here. So we'll just have to go for a Hyper Voice. Yeah, okay, the Hyper Voice wouldn't have killed. That sucks. They actually went for the Giga Drain. Okay, that didn't do a lot. So maybe the Hyper Voice kills now? I didn't actually see where the number was beforehand. Strange that they go for Giga Drain and not just Earth Power, which just obliterates me. That was kind of threw Kind of threw there a bit, but hey, that is what it is. Oh, we're gonna get it thanks to that flinch. I can't believe I rolled for that, and it actually paid off. Okay, game 2. Looks like we've got 4 possible megas on their team. I would have to assume that it's the Meganium, because the Meganium doesn't really do much without Mega Evolving. And they've got the Fire type Tauros, which I would assume... I was going to say, I would assume they maybe want to set up a Sunny Day, but they could set up a Rain Dance, I guess, with the Melodic, maybe. Very interesting team. I also learned, spoiler alert, I guess, for the video that's coming out later this week, but I learned that Gengar can also use Rain Dance. So I don't know. I've seen lead Gengar before. Early on, I saw a few lead Halucha, but I don't really know what's going to happen here. So Typhlosion can take on the Meganium. Gets kind of walled, I feel like, by the Bull. Yeah, it's not looking like a very good set for either of these guys. I could try and bring in, I guess, this, because they have 2 flying types, and it's good into the Gengar. So we can try that. I don't really have any good lead moves. So I guess we'll do this, and this, perhaps. See how this goes. Very interesting team. Kind of difficult to see what's going on here. Like, if this was, again, normal 6v6 singles, I could figure something out. But with it being 3v3, it's kind of tough to figure out what the opponent's going to do. They're actually going to lead here with the Meganium. So I would assume that they're just going to Raw Dog, Mega Evolve, right? Raw Dog, Mega Evolve, go for the Weather Ball, which would do a lot here. They don't have access turn priority moves. So I think I just throw out Moonblast to get some chip. And then we just set up Sunny Day, lock in Eruption with Typhlosion. I think that's the play here. So let's go ahead and throw out this Moonblast, get like 10%. Oh wow, that actually did a lot. Did I get another crit? And lower the special attack. Wow. Heart Lulu putting in work today. They're actually going to hit me with a Dazzling Gleam for some reason, which is enough for a 2-hit KO here. So let's go ahead and just set up the Sun here, which doesn't matter for Meganium. But I am curious to see what it might do to something in the back. Ah, okay. They're actually going to heal here, which is a bit obnoxious. Again, it doesn't matter because they have the Mega Soul ability, so they would have done that regardless of the fact. Like, it would have healed that much regardless of the fact, right? So let's hit them with another Moonblast here. Lower their special attack even more. This Dazzling Gleam might not even kill me. Yeah. It's actually not going to kill me. So let's just to be safe here, let's throw out a Taunt. No, they're actually going to switch here, yeah, since their attack was lowered so many times. They're going to go into the Gengar here. Okay. Well, let's hit this Gengar with a Taunt real quick. And that way it'll fall for the Taunt. I would assume they're going for a Ghost type move, right? I kind of wish I had the Heliolisk here. I kind of don't want to give up the Whimsicott, but it's kind of dead, as is my Sun. I don't know what else they have in the back, so I don't really want to waste this. So maybe we can throw out a Tailwind here in Death. We can have access to that as they're going to go for the Sludge Wave. I have, I think, one more turn of Sun left. So I think I might be able to... the Eruption should definitely kill this Gengar. And then without the Sun, I should be able to take out the Meganium. And then whatever they have in the back there, I think I can probably take on with the Tailwind and the Mamoswine. So let's go ahead and... Oh, they got the Focus Sash. Of course they do. I don't know why I didn't consider that. Alright, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I should have just gone for the Moonblast, I guess, instead. They're going to unfortunately hit me with a Shadow Ball, which is going to delete. Typhlosion. Not a very good showcase for Typhlosion here, but that is what it is. So the Sun is going to go away, and they're going to shake off the Taunt. Not that that really matters too much. We do have the Tailwind boosted Mamoswine. So Mamoswine is a bit of a monster here. Either way, we do have here this icicle shard, or this ice shard, to clean this up. I maybe shouldn't have revealed that, but it was either reveal the fact that I have priority or reveal the fact that I'm faster and remind them about the tailwind that they might have forgotten about. So we've got... I don't know if this is going to kill it with the multi-scale, but let's hope it does. I feel like I live at least one move from Dragonite. Hopefully. Okay, that does kill it even through the multi-scale. Insane. It is extremely effective, but still, multi-scale Dragonite is pretty insane. So now, unfortunately, we're going to lose our tailwind here. And now, I think I just have to go for it here. I am thick fat myself, so the Weather Ball should not kill me. So we have to gamble on the Icicle Crash here, because I feel like if I go, oh, I'm actually faster, naturally. That's crazy. If I go for the Ice Shard, I don't think it clears it, and then they could use Synthesis if they were faster, but thankfully the Icicle Crash comes in clutch, and we take out the Meganium. Typhlosion did something in that fight, I guess. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Everyone's using really interesting stuff today. I'm seeing a lot of Pokemon I haven't seen used by other people. Ironically, they have Glamora, which I have another team for Typhlosion, which is kind of funky, that maybe I'll switch to after this fight. But we'll see how this goes. They could lead Abomasnow. I've seen that for some reason, but the Glamora seems like the safer bet to then set up the Poison, which is kind of obnoxious and kind of ruins everything that I'm trying to set up here. Sun doesn't really do a lot to them. They could also go with the Toxapex, which is obnoxious, so maybe I can go with the usual team here. I can maybe taunt if that's the case. Otherwise, if they lead Glamora, I'm kind of in a really bad spot. I'd have to like just give up my Whimsicott without touching the Glamora at all, so that they can't spray Toxic Spikes, and then I can safely switch in my they could also throw Stealth Rock, which is really obnoxious. So maybe we'll go for the taunt here. So I can safely switch into the Typhlosion, and then that way they can't, you know, hurt my Eruption. Which one do I care the least about? I guess Sunny Day lasts a turn longer. So they're actually going to go ahead and switch out here and go into their Toxapex. Ugh. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up the Sun, I guess, so that'll weaken Toxapex's bullshit. But Toxapex is another one that we kind of want to hit with a taunt, because they have a bunch of dumbass moves. So they're actually going to go into the Abomasnow here. To use a Snow Warning to get rid of my Sun. So we can get him with a taunt as well. They might have access to Ice Shard, but I should be faster than it naturally. So let's go for Moon Blast here. Yeah, so they're gonna Mega Evolve. I think they would have Mega Evolved, set up Snow Warning again, and then I would have just been able to Sunny Day again. But let's go for a Moon Blast here. See what that does. That does decent damage. Typhlosion can definitely clean that up. They're gonna go for the Blizzard here, which is going to put me down to my Sash. And then I can freely set up my Sunny Day again, unless they switch out to try and get rid of it, which is like fine. I don't need the Sun, it just is nice to have it. Right, to do as much damage as possible. They're going to use the Giga Drain here, which is interesting choice. Everyone keeps using Giga Drain all of a sudden. But yeah, that's going to give them barely, you know, any HP, because I had 1%. Or not even 1%, 1 HP here. So, I feel like we don't outspeed Glamora. And Toxapex, unfortunately, does survive a Sun-boosted Eruption here. I could lock myself into Shadow Ball, but I don't think that's a good idea. So they're actually going to switch, as expected, into the Toxapex, I'm sure. And then I just have to spam out Eruptions while the Sun is out to try and do as much damage to this stupid ass thing as possible. Unfortunately, losing the Whimsicott is really going to hurt. Hopefully I can get a burn, but that's not possible. I don't think Eruption can actually burn, which sucks. Because now they're probably going to use their version of Protect to stave off the damage here, Baneful Bunker. Which thankfully I'm not making any contact with it, so it won't do anything crazy, but they are going to be able to get health back with the leftovers. I can't believe they allowed Toxapex to come in, but not like some other Pokemon. Toxapex I decided was like good and healthy for this format. Ugh, what I would give for a crit there. They're going to use the Toxic here, unfortunately, which is going to poison me. But, yeah, I think they have, like, Recover or something like that. Which is going to bring them basically back to full. As much as I'd want to go for another Eruption, they can obviously Baneful Bunker again, right? And then Toxic is just going to hurt more and more. So, let's switch here into the Heliolisk as they go for the Baneful Bunker. It whiffs, obviously. Sunlight is going to go away, which does suck, and they're going to get a little bit more back with the leftovers here. Let's just go for a Thunderbolt. They could try and use... no, they're actually going to switch it out into the Glamora, who unfortunately is going to set up now the Toxic Spikes, but I'm already poisoned, so it doesn't really matter. So, do a lot of damage here, because it was a crit. Fortunately, I do not think I outspeed this thing. Oh, is it only contact moves? Oh, okay, it's only contact moves. Okay, I thought it was just whenever you hit Glamora, period, this thing would do its thing. Okay, that's fine. I can take this out and then just Thunderbolt the Toxapex. If not, I feel like it's low enough where a Shadow Ball will kill it. But let's see what's... oh, right, there's the Abomasnow. I forgot about this thing. Okay, I don't know if I'm faster than Abomasnow. That is unfortunate. Let's try a Hyper Voice. So I am faster, but yeah, let's see if Stab Hyper Voice. Nah, yeah, I might have to go to Skill Scarf. Ugh, Giga Drain is going to give them a good chunk of HP back. I could roll for the Flint again, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we just used Hyper Voice here. I think barely survive another Giga Drain. No, we died to it. Okay. I thought I lived with like maybe one or two. But they're just going to go ahead and take us out. I feel like a Shadow Ball from here kills. And that way I can lock myself into something that hits the Toxapex as well. Even if they decide to Baneful Bunker. Oh, it has Regenerator. That's what it has. Hopefully this Shadow Ball here through the Regenerator kills it. Didn't even get to see its health. Okay, it did a lot. So unless they recover somehow. But I'm just gonna... I'm locked into Shadow Ball, so that's just all that it's gonna be, right? And I'm pretty sure Shadow Ball does enough. From where we're at here. I don't know if they switch from here, if it's gonna be really super enough HP, but probably. Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna try and do here. Throw out the Abomasnow here. And I feel like the Shadow Ball takes this out. And then I feel like I just barely have enough to take out the Toxapex after the toxic damage, but we'll have to see. I feel like I have 2 turns left, so they come out. They set up Baneful Bumper again. Yeah, no, it's over. Unfortunate. I got Toxapex, Toxic Solved out. Oh, they actually didn't Baneful Bunker. So if I get a crit here... No, I did not. Okay. They actually went for the Recover instead. They were at like 52, and that's going to bring them way past that, unfortunately. Yep. They're just going to solve me out to death here. Alright, using a different team here. So this one is making use of the fact that Typhlosion's unique move in Inferno Parade actually got buffed in Pokemon Champions. Before it used to be 60 base, I believe now it's 65 base. This is basically just Hex. It's literally the same thing. If your opponent has a status condition, it does double damage, so it becomes 130 base. But it also has a chance to burn. So this team is just trying to, considering that it's 3v3 singles, set up ideally with the Glamora, get the toxic debris out so that I can set up poison on my opponent, so that then Typhlosion can come in and just do a bunch of damage with the Stab, Eruption, or Inferno Parade. We also have the Skull Villain, who does the same thing. I can Mega Evolve, and it has like Spicy Spray or something like that. And whenever it's hit, it'll burn whatever hits it. And then we also have the Gengar, who actually makes use of both of these things. So I think Venoshock is whenever the target is poison, it does double damage. And then Hex is the same thing as Inferno Parade. If the target has a status condition, it does double damage. So Gengar can actually Mega Evolve and do a fuck ton of damage, because both of his moves are going to be 130 base if I set up Toxic Spikes. And then there's also the Ariados, which gives me access to Sticky Web to slow stuff down, since I don't want to use the Choice Scarf here. In case they have a normal type, so Typhlosion can actually use different moves here. But it can also set up spikes and whatnot. And then Healerlistic is just there because he's Healerlistic. Okay, so let's see how miserable this is going to be. Unfortunately, they do have a very clear lead in the Cleavor and a very clear Mega in the Meganium here. So I guess I can set up my own rocks. Thankfully, Eruption does look good here, but I don't have to worry about that too much. Set up my own rocks and then see if I can maybe burn stuff, and then go with Typhlosion in the back. I might be slower than some stuff, unfortunately, so I guess I could have gone with Ariados instead. That might have been a better option, but we'll see how this plays out. So they are going to go for the Cleavor, which just means they're going to hit me with that Cleave Toe. No, that's that other Pokemon. I don't remember what they actually go for here. What the name of that move? Stone Axe, I think it is. So we're gonna go ahead and sell Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is just nice just to have chips. So it breaks, any satches, and also it does some damage to stuff, so that my Inferno Parade and etc. does more damage. So we're gonna go ahead and set up Toxic Spikes on their side as they go ahead and set up a layer of, or I'll set up a layer of Toxic Spikes as they set up Stealth Rocks, and now both of us have Stealth Rocks. So I'll go for the Power Gem here just for some damage. It is unfortunately going to take out the Cleavor. Kind of hoping it could hit me again so I can set up another layer of Toxic Spikes, but it doesn't really matter how many layers of Toxic Spikes I get set up. They just have to be poison. So as long as they don't have some sort of flying type or a poison type, whatever comes in will get poisoned. Unfortunately, in this case, it's going to be this fella. Oh no, he actually does get poisoned. That's crazy. That sucks, buddy. I thought you were floating, you'd be able to get through it, but I guess not, huh? So I think the Sludge Wave, yeah, does a little bit more damage. And I know I do outspeed, so we're going to go ahead and try and set up the Sludge Wave here, which is great. It's going to do a good amount of damage. They're going to use the Psy Shock, which should finish me off here. And then Inferno Parade devours this Raichu, because it's actually weak to Ghost type, unfortunately. But it might be able to take me out because it should be faster than me, unfortunately. So that's where the Sticky Web would have been great here. So let's go for the Skull Villain, I guess. Knowing that I can maybe take out whatever they have in the back, perhaps. Let's go for the Skull Villain here. Let's go for the Protect. It also makes it really hard for them to switch, so they're kind of locked into whatever they've got, because whatever is coming in is going to take Stealth Rocks and get poisoned, which is a pretty nasty combination. So we can set up Protect here, let our Moody kick in, which might give us something a little extra in terms of stats here, but it's going to raise our defense and it's going to lower our special attack. Great. Not like I needed that. And then we can go ahead and I guess go for maybe a Giga Drain or something. I don't know. This thing should automatically be faster than us, but I don't think it'll be able to kill us in one hit, especially with our defense going up, even though it's using special attacks, right? But it is using the Psy Shock, which unfortunately is going to hit us on the physical defensive side. So we use the Giga Drain here to get a little bit of health back. And then now, whatever they bring in will end up getting poisoned unless it's some sort of flying type that avoids entry hazards like that. But burning this would have actually been kind of nice if I could have burned a Lopunny, which is a bit unfortunate. So instead of just going to take some damage here, I do possibly wall this thing out, depending on its moveset, because I will have a ghost type. But I think unfortunately Typhlosion just gets deleted due to the speed tier and due to the stealth rock damage. So I could have switched out here. Oh, we actually do survive that thanks to the defense boosts, and they are going to lose stats here, which is kind of nice. We're going to lead seed, but they're going to dodge it, which is a bit unfortunate. So then I guess what I can do here is I can go ahead and use the protect. I don't know what they would go for, but it does let me scout out whatever moves they have, and it just lets the toxic damage build up. Because I know we can take it out. Unfortunately, we can't obviously use the Inferno Parade because this is a normal type. They actually have Facade here. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, they actually have the Facade. That's insane. That is stab, and if you manage to get a status move, it will work. So yeah, that's pretty insane. That is going to unfortunately take us out. But that's two of their moves that do not hit us, but I've been forgetting they have Scrappy as their ability, so they can actually hit us, which is a bit unfortunate. Otherwise, Typhlosion could have definitely taken this out from that range. But due to the rocks, there's no way we survive anything. We obviously know that has a Lopunny. I switched out to a different ability just for the sake of, you know, seeing what they have. I'll use the Focus Blast. I'm not outspeeding you. I'm going to Focus Miss here, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, the Facade is going to go ahead and kill me here. Unfortunate. Did manage to get everything going, but unfortunately, I needed to get the Sticky Webs up. So had I gone maybe for the Ariados, set up both Toxic Spikes and Sticky Web, we would have been okay, but I don't know what are the odds that I'd be able to do that. Alright, so we got a red Gyarados coming in here. A pretty strong team, all things considered. It looks like the Scovillain might be a good option, and it looks like everything is faster than me as well. So I think we'll do, instead of the Glimora, we'll try the Ariados, and then we'll go ahead and go with the with the Typhlosion in the back, see how that works. Even though I feel like this team is probably better set up for Gengar. If I were to do Gengar instead, I feel like that would work out really well, because he's much faster. He needs a lot less setup, right? Because he can by himself already do a lot of damage. But we'll see what they'll bring here. As usual, I usually see Garchomp as the lead for some reason. They leave the King Gambit in the back. They could also lead with the Mouse-Garada, which would kind of suck. I would at least be able to set up my Sticky Web. I have the Quick Claw, unfortunately, since I can't have Focus Sash on 2 Pokemon. Granted, I feel like Glimora can maybe take a hit better than Ariados. Ariados is slightly on the bulkier side because I have max HP instead of speed, because it has 40 base speed, so it's not going to outspeed anyone. Alright, let's see what they've got here. They're going to go with the Garchomp as expected. I almost wish I just went for the Scovillain right away, but alright. Let's go ahead and set up this Sticky Web, right? Because I can at least set that up and then use the Scovillain to burn stuff, if possible. But if I can set up Toxic Spikes as well, we'll be in a really good spot. They're going to immediately go for the Earthquake, which we can barely take, but it does let us set up the Sticky Web here, which means whatever they bring in may or may not be slowed down depending on how many fire types they have. We can try and use a Sucker Punch to do some damage here, but let's see if we can Quick Claw Toxic Spikes here. That'd be really nice. I guess I could also switch. No, they're gonna set up Stealth Rock. What is it when everyone set up Stealth Rocks when I'm trying to use Eruption, man? What the heck? Alright, so we'll set up our Spikes, I guess. So now y'all have to deal with that. Ironically, because I was going to go for a Sucker Punch, but they went and they used the non-attacking move. So yeah, unfortunately, that is going to take me out. But we did do what we needed to do here. I don't outspeed this thing, unfortunately, because it's not in webs. So we'll have to go ahead and take the Stealth Rock damage here. Let's go ahead and try a Protect here to get a Moody boost. Ideally, if I can get speed, even if I lose special attack, if I can get speed, that'll be great. We get special defense, which is not great, and we lower our speed. Great! That's the exact opposite of what I needed to happen. Alright, there's no way we live in Earthquake here, so let's go ahead and just Mega Evolve, get the Spicy to burn this. And then, oh, we actually do outspeed for some reason, huh? Our speed went down. What did it use? Did it use Dragon Tail? Okay. That's fine, I guess. We'll use the Spicy Spray to burn you. Very strange. It can't be a bot, because I'm in Ultra. I know I've been crisscrossing back and forth between winning and losing, but I am in Ultra. So this should, unfortunately, I don't outspeed it. Still. But I do get the HP back here, which is nice. So there's a small chance I'll outlive a move, but I really don't think that's going to happen, right? Man, this sucks. I really wanted to be able to set this up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to with this damn Garchomp here blocking a path. I feel like I just have to switch out here. Take more Stealth Rock damage later on. Take more Stealth Rock damage now. And hope they use something dumb like this. So that they can get more damage. I guess that was the plan, to just set up Stealth Rock and just keep switching me back and forth. But the fact that I set up this Leech Seed and burn them is helping out a lot. Alright, I guess we'll just go for the move. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. If they're just gonna spam Dragon Tail, I guess I'll just use Inferno Parade. No, now they finally use Earthquake. God, what a cock tease. Oh, we actually survive it. Right, because of the burn, that's right. And then use the Inferno Parade here. There we go. And that does obliterate it because it is Stab Ghost, 130 damage. So now we have a layer, Toxic Spikes, and Sticky Web out. So whatever comes out is going to get put to be slower. And also would get poisoned. But I guess that does not matter right now. Presumably this isn't like Focus Sash. Oh, King Gambit. I think I'll have to gamble here with the Focus Blast here. They're actually going to Sucker Punch me. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes about right sense. Alright. Okay, let's give this one more honest shot. It's unfortunately not a team that's really going to work out for it. Unfortunately. They've got a couple of things that outspeed. Not too many. Just really the Garchomp and the Scovillian's got a weird spirit here. So really just that middle section of Garchomp, Gengar, and Scovillian outspeed. So I don't know if the Sticky Web is worth it. They also have two Poison types, which can absorb my Toxic Spikes. And they have a Steel type that's completely immune to it, and a Fairy type, which that doesn't really matter. But, man almighty. What makes contact? They don't really have a lot of things that make contact, so I think my best bet is to go for Ariados here. And Typhlosion, and see how this goes. But yeah, I don't really think this is going to be a successful battle either. Okay, let's see what we've got. They're gonna go into the Archaludon right away. Oh my god. Just let me do my fucking stupid ass thing, man. I just want to do stupid shit. Okay, we get the Quick Claw. Sticky Webs, which is nice. Not that it really matters. I probably should have just gone for Toxic Spikes, actually. I think that would have been more useful. Let's see what nonsense they're gonna do. They're gonna set up a T-Wave. I could give a shit about that. I was already slow as bricks, so thanks for paralyzing my bug, I guess. Let's go ahead and see if we can maybe get a Toxic Spikes out there. I don't think I survive a hit here, but I don't think it has anything super effective to hit me with. They're gonna just set up their own Stealth Rock. I can't believe the ones that were trying to use something that uses Eruption. Everyone is just throwing out Stealth Rocks all of a sudden. I know that's a normal thing in singles, but this is not like singles, fam. This is 3v3. No one uses Stealth Rocks in this shit. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go ahead and set up another layer, I guess. They're gonna go ahead and use Dragon Tail. Okay, someone else with the Dragon Tail bullshit. I see. Gotcha. I see. That's what we're doing today. That's just what we're playing around with today. So I'm gonna get a defense boost and we're gonna get a special attack lowered. Cool. Oh, let's just raw dog a flamethrower here. I don't even care anymore. Catch this burn and leave me the hell alone. Alright, let's see. They're gonna go ahead and set up Thunder Wave again, so they're just gonna make my whole team slow, which is great. And I'm gonna get fully para. Great. So glad they lowered the chance for that happening. Even though it didn't matter. Let's go ahead and set up Toxic. Let's go ahead and set up Leech Seed. Hopefully we can go back into the Ariados and not into the Cyndaquil. We're gonna be able to burn this stupid bastard. I guess if we go into the, what we call Cyndaquil, the Typhlosion, I guess that's fine. We can just do Flamethrower, I guess. It's got a White Orb. Okay, that's fine. Gonna be able to get the Leech Seed to get some more health from this thing, and then I think it'll take damage from the burn as well. And then I could go for an Eruption here, or I can go for the Stab Focus Blast, I guess. Let's try just Focus Blast since I didn't get a chance to use it last time. No, it missed. I don't know why I thought that would hit. I knew it wouldn't hit, and now I'm paralyzed. Oh my god.